Every so often, boxing delivers a fight so good it short-circuits your ability to even make a prediction. And Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford is one of those fights. It's the kind of matchup where you formulate an outcome and then you feel like an idiot as soon as you say it. On paper, Canelo is younger, heavier, and has more experience. Crawford is taller and longer and has a better KO rate. But it's a classic riddle. The decorated Iron Chin superstar against the slick technician who's made a career of dismantling elite opponents. Both men are pound-for-pound royalty. Both could walk away as the best fighter of his generation. That's why this thing feels impossible to call. Let's start with Canelo. His resume? Untouchable. He's fought just about everyone, from Floyd Mayweather Jr. to Miguel Cotto, to Sergey Kovalev, to Gennady Golovkin. And he usually walks away with his hand raised. For all of Crawford's brilliance, he's never shared a ring with names like that. And here's another big stat for you. Canelo has never been knocked down, ever. And this is all not to mention the fact that he's been the super middleweight king for years. The Mexican is a natural tank at this weight, but he even moved up to snag a light heavyweight belt when he stopped Kovalev. Physically, he's the younger fighter, built like a powerlifter, and that's a real problem for Crawford. The only two men to truly trouble Canelo in the last decade have been the light heavyweight champ, Dmitry Bivol, and of course the middleweight destroyer, Gennady Golovkin. These guys were both bigger, stronger, and longer than Canelo. That's what allowed them to do what very few could to such a talented counterpuncher. In terms of build alone, Crawford doesn't fit that mold. He's moving up 2 divisions, 3 really, and history suggests that Canelo's size, durability, and big fight seasoning should be too much. But you try telling that to Bud. While he is older, the American is faster, meaner, and scarier, especially when he smells blood. Crawford isn't just a slick boxer. He's a switch-hitting southpaw assassin with one of the best finishing instincts the sport has ever seen. And despite Crawford's weight disadvantage, Bud has height and length on his side. He's actually taller, longer, and owns a piston jab that could keep Canelo at bay. But the scary part? Crawford is the rare fighter who gets more dangerous as the fight goes on. Ask Errol Spence, who walked into the ring last summer undefeated and left looking like a Kardashian fresh out of surgery. Crawford downloads you, takes your weapons away, then makes you pay for trying. He's the best problem solver in boxing today. But Canelo is a very big problem. So where does that leave us? Stuck, basically. Pick Canelo and you're betting on size, durability, and resume. Pick Crawford and you're banking on speed, precision, and pure killer instincts. Either choice feels like genius until the bell rings. It's the biggest fight in years because the answer isn't obvious. The only safe prediction? The winner walks out as the unquestioned emperor of boxing.
Why is that important to you? Because I just want it in that way.
Heavyweight legend Mike Tyson, who turns 60 next year, isn't done getting punched in the head just yet. After 2024's loss to the cruiserweight Jake Paul, Tyson will be back in the ring, this time against a man who has never fought anywhere near heavyweight. That man is the undefeated Floyd Mayweather Jr., age 48, because boxing is now basically a Black Mirror parody of itself where the money from a single fight outweighs the dignity of the entire sport. But somehow, this all feels like it was inevitable. Boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable, and this fight is as unpredictable as it gets, Tyson announced. I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it, so it's signed and it's happening. Mayweather is a 5-division champion and a boxing Hall of Famer, but he never officially competed above junior middleweight. Plus, his last sanctioned fight was back in 2017 when he boxed MMA star Conor McGregor in McGregor's one and only professional boxing appearance, at least for now. That spectacle, along with Mayweather's victories over Manny Pacquiao in 2015 and Canelo Álvarez in 2013, produced the 3 richest fights in boxing history. So not only did he retire undefeated with a perfect 50-0 record, he was unbeatable at the back too. Since then though, he's dabbled in exhibition bouts against the likes of Jake's brother Logan Paul, Japanese kickboxing prodigy Tenshin Nasukawa, and even Mafia offspring John Gotti III. Critics have laughed, but every time Mayweather laces them up, the check's still clear. "There hasn't been a single fighter that can tarnish my legacy," said Mayweather. "You already know that if I'm going to do something, it's going to be big and it's going to be legendary. I'm the best in the business of boxing. This exhibition will give the fans what they want." In the opposite corner is Mike Tyson, the gapped-toothed face of 1980s boxing, a heavyweight wrecking ball who unified all 3 belts before he turned 23. His career brought both breathtaking knockouts and disastrous headlines, including a 3-year prison stint for rape, before he retired in 2005. Along the way though, Tyson headlined 15 pay-per-views and shifted close to 16 million buys. That included his 2020 exhibition bout with Roy Jones Jr., in a nostalgia fest that proved he could still pull audiences without there being a belt on the line. Fast forward to 2024, when Tyson returned to the professional ranks at age 58 and earned a reported $20 million in his Netflix mega event with Jake Paul. That fight drew 65 million concurrent viewers, making it the most streamed sporting event in history. The Tyson-Mayweather matchup was announced by CSI Sports, which also revealed a new media and broadcast partnership tied to the fight. No date, site, or weight class was confirmed, and further details are expected soon, but it's one heck of a way to launch a channel. At heavyweight, Joseph Parker isn't waiting around for Alexander Usyk to commit to their obligatory bout for the undisputed title. Instead, the WBO interim heavyweight champ will put his mandatory position on the line against undefeated WBA interim champion Fabio Wardley. It's a rare case of a boxer risking money and status for an actual fight. Neither Joe or Fabio wanted to wait about and protect their positions, and credit to them both for this, said Parker's promoter Frank Warren. "I believe this is a genuine, even money fight with a mesh of styles that I'm sure will be eye-catching and highly crowd-pleasing." Parker vs. Wardley is set for October 25 at London's O2 Arena, with the winner in prime position to challenge Usyk for his undisputed glory. In other boxing news, Danny Garcia is getting set to lace them up for one of his last rides. The 37-year-old former 2-division champ faces Daniel Gonzalez on October 18 at Barclays Center in New York, on a card he's branded as his farewell to Brooklyn. Garcia, whose career began in 2007, has been relatively inactive over the past 5 years, with only 4 fights since 2020. His last outing was a loss to Erislandy Lara in September in 2024 for the WBA middleweight belt. Having already announced that he's in the final stretch of his career, Garcia made it clear that he wanted one more chance to headline Barclays, as this was the arena he broke in with boxing's first ever event there back in 2012. And to the amateurs, 5 French women have been barred from this week's World Championships in England due to complications with new gender testing requirements. The controversy stems from rules introduced after the uproar at the 2024 Paris Olympics. World Boxing's policy requires mandatory testing, but the French team said it was with astonishment and indignation that their boxers missed the deadline. The French Federation pointed out that such tests are prohibited in France, but the new governing body placed responsibility on the national federations. It is very disappointing for the boxers that some national federations have not been able to complete this process in time, said World Boxing's official statement. The organization has made it clear that testing will be the responsibility of national federations. Algeria's Iman Khalif, one of the fighters at the center of the Paris debate, will also miss Liverpool after failing to secure an interim ruling from the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Her broader appeal against World Boxing's mandate remains ongoing.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.